And we are live. So I'm Dale Darley and I am the word alchemist. So I'm sharing this in the Soul Writers Lounge and in a few other places. And in the Soul Writers Lounge, we talk about journaling, writing, and healing, and lots more writing, because what I know about writing is incredibly healing. So whether you're writing in a journal or whether you are writing because you want to share your story and write a book. But however you look at it, it is one of the most powerful and low cost ways of being able to access the inner you and create the right environment for self-healing. So what are we doing today? Today is day one of a 10-day journaling challenge. And this journaling challenge has been put together to really help you to kickstart the process. So I journal practically every single day, but sometimes I take some time out and I need a little something to just give me a bit of a kickstart. And it might be that you want to start journaling and you don't know how, and you think there's lots of rules and blah, 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 and you just never get around to it. I know when I talk to people, one of the things that stops them from journaling is this thing that there are too many rules. Well, I'll come on to that when we talk about how to journal. So I'm guessing that you've already guessed that there's not that, well, there aren't any rules. There's only your rules. But sometimes we just need to find our way back to creating really, really good habits that are a part of our self-care, our self-preservation, help with all that mind stuff that is going on. So as I say, this is a really simple introduction and kickstart. Now, if you've been journaling for a long time, sometimes it's good to come back to and introduce yourself to the habit again. So what I want to start off with is talking about how do we make something a core habit. So most mornings one would get up and perhaps get a cup of tea. I get up, let the dogs out, make a cup of tea, go back to bed and do some journaling. Or if I'm learning something, I might put a course on. And in the evening, when I go to bed, I get my bed all ready, I get me ready, and I literally get into bed. I might put a crystal on my heart chakra. I get my pen and I start writing. And even if I only write one word, I write something. So I have these habits that are either end of the day. So one of the ways to make something a core habit is to stack habits. Cup of tea in the morning, write in journal. And literally, you don't have to spend a lot of time. I know that I've had some people say, oh, I can't do this journaling stuff. It takes too much time. Well, for me, here's a journal, pick it up, open it, write one word. That really doesn't take very much time at all. So I think, we put a lot of things in our own way that stop us doing these things that are actually really, really good for us. So how do you make it a core habit? So I make it a core habit because I stack habits. So like I say, it's get up, let the dogs out, make a cup of tea, come back to bed, grab my journal, write for a short while. When I do it in the evening, what I'm tending to do is it's my way of letting the day go. So what I might do is get into bed, get myself comfy. The dogs always get on, so they go get themselves comfortable. But I'll get a crystal and I might sit with a crystal for a short while and just balance my chakras and close myself down. So I tend to take on stuff. So I'll do something like that. And then like I say, I get out my journal, and the end of the day is my letting go. So there's my habits: balance my chakras, or get the girls into bed or on the bed, get them all comfy, balance my chakras, write in my journal, let the day go. But I also, what I do in the evening is I'll ask some questions. So I'll write those in my journal. So when I wake up in the morning and I do all those things that I said I do, that's stacking those habits. those questions that I've asked, I'll get the answers to. And so I scribble, and I only scribble for a short while. When I'm writing a book, so currently I'm writing a chapter for the Healing Book Project. So on those occasions, I've journaled absolutely masses, and I'll come on to the why in a minute. But I just want you to think for a moment about some of the habits you have, morning and night, and how do you stack this one into the habits that you already have. So I can't tell you how to make it a core habit, as in I know what I do and I know what works for me. You have to find what works for you. So the first point is try and make this a habit that you enjoy, that it becomes something that you look forward to. For me, and I've been doing this for so many years, I can't imagine not journaling. And often because the stuff in my journal is private, often if I go away somewhere, I go and buy something like this from a supermarket, and I'll take it with me just so I've got something to scribble in. But I don't write my deepest thoughts when I'm staying with other people or in a hotel or something like that. But I still need to do that daily scribbling. So why journal? Well, for me, writing is massively healing. It's very cathartic, and you can make sense of your life. You see patterns, pictures, way through problems, you see solutions. It ignites your creativity. It does so much. So often what we do when we journal is we just get stuff out. So, that evening time for me, that's that letting go, and out it comes, out it comes, out it comes. And then when I reflect, so when I maybe reflect in the morning, maybe when I go for a walk, when I come back to my journal and I start writing again, what I get is I see patterns and pictures, and it's like, and all of these things start to make sense. And for me, through all the healing that I've done, journaling has saved my life. So when my spine fractured, I used it to find out how to heal all the things that were going on. So it became kind of like a reference library. Also at night when I woke up and I was in massive pain, I was in pain for such a long time, I would scream at my journal, I hate the world and I want to go off the planet. And it helped me like that. But I also used it then because I wrote a book about how to heal osteoporosis. So it enabled me to write bits of the book. So coming back to the Healing Book Project, I'm writing a chapter for our project. And when I started, I believed that what I was writing about was how to transmute anger and using the power of self-love. And actually, it is about that. But what came out, because I journaled and journaled and journaled, and I kept writing myself journaling prompts. Why would the reader want this? What is really going on? And what came out of it? And this is one of the periods where I didn't write just a small amount. I wrote pages and pages and pages of stuff. And I discovered that what I was actually doing is healing what I called the father wound. And obviously you can read that when you read the book. But what came out was not what I thought I was going to write about. And I had to go through this whole healing process that I wasn't expecting. And my journal helped me. So writing is healing, it's cathartic, it helps you make sense. You see patterns and pictures and ways through your problems. So the next question is how to journal. So I've already talked about stacking habits. So how do you journal? Now, if you buy a scrappy thing like that, honestly, I wouldn't. I use it for a to-do pad in my office. I like to write with a really, really nice journal that's got beautiful quality paper. And these journals are bullet journals, so they've got little dots, because I don't like lines, because it feels like I'm being constrained. So the first thing, how do you journal? You get something you really, really want to write in. These are about 15 15, 18 euros. And these are from a company called Stationery Island, but you can find some really lovely bullet journals as well. So I'm inspired by really, really nice journals. I haven't got a nice pen in my, well, actually these are nice pens, but I have some really, really nice pens that I keep by the side of my bed. So, you know, it's getting the right tools. So how do you journal? Well, actually, do you know what? There are no rules. So I think the only rule is that you find a way of doing it that suits you, and you introduce a level of consistency. So you do it on a regular basis, and it comes back to those stacking of the habits. So how to journal? Just, do you know what? Make it really, really, really simple and easy. So if you're really struggling with journaling, what I say is, write the mundane. Today I got up and had a cup of tea. And then what will happen is your unconscious will take over, and whatever needs to come out will come out. Or you can write yourself some questions and answer the questions. And we're going to be doing some of that over the next 10 days. So I've got two really, really simple prompts for you today. And are you looking forward to the experience of journaling, or are you still unsure? Don't just write yes or no, because that's not really a full answer. So are you looking forward to the experience? Yes, I am, because, or I'm really unsure because, and what I'd love you to do is come into the Soul Writers Lounge. I'll show you the link in a minute, and write what you are looking forward to, or you're not looking, or, you know, you might be unsure, you might be feeling resistance, there might be some fear, there might be all sorts of things going on. So come and share, and then I can help you by answering those things that come up. So please don't be alone. What do you hope to get out of your journal experience? So I've already said, for me, it's about healing, but also, so not only is it about healing, but it helps me to write books. So that they are my two big things. But what you want to do? You know, if you want to write a memoir, start in your journal. Write the stuff that needs to go in your stories. If you want to write a blog, it's great for, you know, making notes about that blog. If you want to get all the stuff that is going on out of your head, it is amazing for that. But what do you hope to get out of it? To come into the group, I'll share the link now. Come into the group and share your answers to those things. So you'll find me in the Soul Writers Lounge on Facebook. You can also enroll on this. What I've done is I've created lots and lots of different ways for you to engage. So some people will want to come into the group and be part of everything. Some people will come and watch the lives. Some people will enroll in the Soul Writers Academy on Teachable, and the link for that is in the group. Now, if you're in the group, then you will also get a coupon code. So you need to come into the group to get the coupon code. But, you know, if you don't like Facebook and you don't want to do it, then just go to this link and enroll in the 10-day challenge. It's not very much, and it'll take you through the next 10 days with a series of prompts. Now, if you're the kind of person that enrolls on a course and then doesn't do anything, what you'll find in the course is a link to an email autoresponder. So guess what? You will be able to get an email every day that says, nag, 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 answer these questions. So, recap. What are you looking forward to? And are you still unsure on what you're unsure about? And do you feel any resistance? And what do you hope to get out of this? And come into the Soul Writers Lounge if you're not already there, and share what comes up for you. Now, several things to go with this challenge. If you come into the Soul Writers Lounge and you engage, and at the end of the 10 days, now the 10 days are split Monday to Friday, so 5 days this week, 5 days next week. So you get the weekend off, but, you know, perhaps you'd like to journal on the weekend and come and share your experiences. So the I'm going to look at who the top 3 people are at the end of the 10-day experience, and there will be prizes. So that's me for now. My name is Dale Darley, and you can find me in the Soul Writers Lounge if you're not already there, because we are broadcasting to lots of different places, and I will see you soon. So good luck with that journaling.